Here's how we turned a public event into an outbound campaign with 80% LinkedIn reply rate and 33% email reply rate, helping us book more than 5 meetings before an ecosystem event in Colombia using Clay and HeyReach. We're going to walk you through every step of how we hacked this process together thanks to AI automation and outbound tools like Clay and HeyReach. So let's dive in. Most people don't realize that there's a huge opportunity to outreach before an event because everyone is on the mood of connecting, meeting potential partners, and finding new businesses. So you have the relevance of arriving in that specific moment, outreaching the people with whatever they want most, find out who will be on that event. So that's precisely what we did on this campaign with the intention of booking calls for my automation agency. And this was a collaboration between Overdrive and our partner in outreach and sales campaigns, that is Nico from Sales Machine. Nico,
Right.
do you want
Okay.
to?
Yeah. What's a great job that you build. You scrape all the data that we need to build our campaigns in automation. So I think that maybe we can go through our processes, right?
All right, now we're going to walk through the exact process of how we achieve this campaign and how you can replicate it as well. So the challenge here was I had only 5 days to prepare for this event, and I needed to outreach almost 400 people that we managed to extract from LinkedIn that they were publicly announcing that they were going to this event. So with the help of Nico, we were able to make a campaign and outreach all of these people, and specifically the ones that are qualified for my agency. We outreached them on LinkedIn and we outreached them on email and got an amazing response rate. We also send them a lead magnet, and that's something we will show you in a second. So that was a challenge. How do we connect with as many of these people in advance for an event?
Okay. We think this strategy based on 3 pillars. The first one is relevance. So for relevance, even scrape all the data from LinkedIn posts that people who is going to assist to the event or is maybe mentioned on a post, and that is a trigger event where we can scrape all the intent people that is going to assist to the event. So in the second step, we personalize the message that we are going to send. We use ChatGPT to personalize message and also to classify message, because we receive posts in English and in Spanish. So we have to classify into 2 language and then outreach and personalize the outreach in also 2 languages. And the first step is value upfront. Ivan has the amazing idea to build a list with all the people that is going to assist to the event and offer that value up front, so other people can also outreach the same people that we are going to contact.
So a core pillar was delivering value upfront for everyone in this campaign. So what do everyone want to know before an event is who is going to be attending this event. So with this exact list that we use for outreach, we modified it to make it relevant as an upfront value list, a lead magnet that we can send for people to, like, if you want access to the attendee list, just reply, we will send it over, right? So that was our strategy. We created this lead magnet, and we even shared it on LinkedIn publicly to make sure that people receiving this would trust me and would trust this information. So that was our approach to generate upfront value and generate trust for each of these connections, especially because this is people that I was gonna connect to in the real life, in real events. To execute this, we had to do multi-outreach sequences. We used both LinkedIn and email. For LinkedIn, we filtered out the people who did not have an email and just sent them campaigns via email, via LinkedIn, utilizing HeyReach. So we personalized those messages based on their interest with the event, because each one of their posts had a specific copy, saying like, hey, I'm going to this event because I'm trying to find investors, because I'm going to be a panelist in certain event. So we personalize the messages based on the interest that this prospect had on the event. We send those messages via LinkedIn, and we also offered value upfront to access the list of participants. Of course, I also mentioned my agency as an AI automation agency, and it does not come up as salesy, it's just upfront value. So for the LinkedIn campaign, the results were better than I've ever done in any other LinkedIn campaign. We sent 100 connection requests, 42 connections were accepted, 22 messages were actually delivered, and 23 people replied. So the response rate of the people who got my message is very high. We used HeyReach on a custom sequence for this, just very standard sequence of sending a follow, liking a post, waiting for some time, viewing the profile, then running the process again, and sending the messages in a sequence. So we send one message and a follow-up. And then this is the kind of the screenshot of the real metrics that we took from HeyReach.
For the email outreach, we use SmartLead, which is a tool that is very effective. We contact 207 people. We send over 369 emails, and we have a good response rate, which is 239 people that rate our mails. And we have, for the email outreach campaign, we use SmartLead, which is a very effective tool to make cold email. We contact 207 people. We sent over 369 emails. We have 64% of open rate. We received 63 replies, and 24 was positive replies. So we contact 200 people and we receive 24 positive replies, which is over than 12%, I think, something like that. You can see all the response rate here, and also the open rate and some of the message that we receive. I'm not. This is not a usual campaign, a usual rate for campaigns, because we receive a lot of response rate very easy in a very short time frame, which is I don't know if we start this campaign on Friday, I think, and we received like 24 replies within 4 days. So that's amazing results, based on the 3 pillars that we mentioned before: value upfront, personalization, and relevance.
So this was 24 positive replies, and the campaign is still ongoing for people that are just receiving the email, so we can still see more of these. Let's go into the meats, how we build this. It comes with a combination of AI automation and outreach tools for sales, right? So to scrape LinkedIn posts, I bet you're asking, like, how can you even do this? We used a tool called Bardeen. I was previously head of community in Bardeen, so I know the tool very well. And we used this to scrape all the posts from LinkedIn and gather the list of more than 400 people that were announcing that they would be on the Colombian Tech Week. This can go for any tech event, not only like tech summits. As long as you have a hashtag or a specific name that you can track, you can extract the list of people that are talking about this event on a specific time range. So with this data, it's not valuable to outreach everyone. We had to make the qualification. So to make qualification, we had to gather information from LinkedIn and the company of each one of these people. To do this, we used Clay and Relevance. Relevance allows you to scrape data from LinkedIn at very low prices. So we just connected Relevance AI with Clay.com to extract the information from LinkedIn and from the companies. And then with that information, qualify each one of these prospects based on custom qualification criteria for my agency. So we had a ranking from 1 to 10 and a label of qualification for each one of these leads. From there, we just focus on the qualified leads. We don't want to outreach anyone. I don't want to outreach a student that is going to this event. I want to outreach the executives, right? So I just took the people that are qualified, and from there we continued our email enrichment with tools like Find Email, like Better Contact, and from there we had everything. We had LinkedIn profiles, we had from there we had everything. We had LinkedIn profiles, we had email, and we had data enriched. So this was the perfect setup for us to send the campaigns and also to customize the messages based on each specific people's company and their intent. So the way we frame this copy is by making it super simple, just based on their prospects' interest with the event. So for instance, here you see an example. Hey, Vivian, I saw you are attending to Colombia Tech Week. That mentions the post that they posted previously. And that is in reference to the post. I understand you're interested in their specific interest with the event. And because you're probably kind of like gearing up and preparing the event, we made a list of over 100 VCs and 300 participants and their companies that are confirmed for the event. If you want it, just let me know. I will send it to you. With this is the hook. That is the hook that we got for people to reply and got a lot of interest about the company and about the list. So we used Clay as well. This was Nico's genius to classify based on the language of each one of these profiles, because it's an international event. We had people speaking Spanish, people speaking English. So based on that, we send messages on each specific language, and we send them either on email or LinkedIn, depending on the information we had. So we were able to send it to almost everyone in the list, because we had everyone's LinkedIn's and we had most of the emails. So that was a very effective use of enrichment. So the ROI is super high. And the best of this is that because we did all of this enrichment, it would also pay off as an asset for the event and an asset for content. So I took this information and turned it into a lead magnet on a Google spreadsheet, super simple, and a Notion page. Them this lead magnet with information on the list and access to that Google sheet with the participants, the VCs, and how to best prepare for the event. We happen to also be partners for this event, so it was very relevant, and we had the authority to talk about it. And from there, I was able to also use this kind of lead magnet as an asset for the event. So the actual results from this were 5 book calls and content and an asset that I would be able to use during the event itself. None of this would have been possible without automation and sales tools. Like without this, it would have been literally impossible to send 300, 400 messages to qualified prospects, all personalized. It would have taken us weeks or a really high budget on operational staff to execute this. So with tools like Clay, HeyReach for LinkedIn, and other tools that allow us to do this type of workarounds, is how you can hack your process together to prepare in advance for events with this B2B intent and generate value upfront. So yeah, I really vouch for these tools. If you ever need any help on how to set them up, reach us, Nico or me, and we will help you out on how to use these tools to your best.